Hello everyone. Welcome back to another episode of our entitled parents. In today's episode, entitled mom tells her friend she owns my house and lets random kids swim in the pool. TLDR at bottom. This park is for young people, you can't be here. I am sure my mom stole my inheritance. 23F. Before we get started, make sure to subscribe so you will never miss a video. So let's get started. Entitled mom tells her friend she owns my house and lets random kids swim in the pool. TLDR at bottom. E. For a little backstory, I live in a nice house. It's right on the beach and I take good care of it and my garden, so it's not strange to see people admiring my home. I'm also a teenager and basically live alone. My dad and mom both work in other states and travel a lot, and my sister lives with her fiancé. I can drive, do laundry, and can go grocery shopping, so this isn't too weird. I don't like driving, so I usually bike everywhere, and I have a pool in the backyard. On to the story. Entitlet mote. Entitlet kinder ek. Confira doi confused friends. CT, confused twins. Okay, so I just had a long day at work and had a few groceries with me on my bike. I just want to take a nice hot shower, and I look like death in my fast food uniform. As I pull onto my street, I see a line of people blocking my driveway. Like full blocking. I pull onto the sidewalk and start walking my bike towards the group. And I overhear CF1 talking about how happy she is for EM and how beautiful her new home is. I'm like, what, no house nearby was sold or is even on the market. So I try to pass to get to my garage. Me, hey, can I get past please? EM, just go around, can't you see we're busy? Me, I just need to drop my bike in the garage and then it'll be out of your way. I'm glad you like the house, though I try to take care of it. CF1, I think you might be confused, EM lives here. Me no? This is my house. I live here. I don't know her. M, you are obviously trying to break into my house, get away before I call the police. Me? No, you need to leave. M, I will not get off my property. At this point, I just push past and head towards the garage. That's when I hear the splashing. No one should be in the pool. I drop my bike and run to the backyard and see 3 kids swimming in my pool. That I raise my voice and tell them to get the F out. The CT both get out, but are obviously confused, but the EK stays in. EK, my mommy says I can swim, go away, you be *T. Me and O, I'm not responsible for you drowning, get the hell out of my pool and off of my property. M, don't talk to my angel that way, it's his pool. CF1, EM, what's going on, who is this girl? M, she is trying to rob me, get the F out, kid. Me, I'm panicking at this point. Well, prove that you live here, huh? CF2, EM, why don't we go inside, the kids shouldn't be here for this argument. Me, like hell you're going into my home. M, yes, we're going inside. Now go away, girl, before I call the police. Me, fine, I dare you to get in. The group climbs the stairs. Obviously EM didn't think this through. Only 2 keys to this house exist. My key and my sister's. I lock up my bike, grab my groceries and push past EM. She is making excuses to her friends about why the key doesn't work. Me, excuse me, if you don't mind, I'm going into my home. CF2, EM, what's going on? I close the door and lock it as EM is banging on my door screaming about how she is gonna call the cops. I called the cops, not her. She ran off as soon as she saw the cop cars and the friends stayed behind very confused. They explained that EM had told them that this was her house and that they were just going to swim in the pool and then head to the beach, so they would never go in the house. Later on, no charges are pressed on M. I hope she learned her lesson. How? How can you pretend to own a house and also convince your friend? This is insane. I don't know. I've seen people try it with cars too. Some guy is bragging about a car trying to pick up a girl. When the owner walks up, puts their groceries in it, and ask the guy to move so they can drive off. You should have pressed charges for trespassing. I'm a big fan of getting the police involved as little as possible and sorting stuff out myself. Mostly cause seeing somebody in jail or being fined gives me no satisfaction and can waste my time if I need to give my account/be a witness. This park is for young people, you can't be here. Context: I'm not at a traditional school. I'm autistic and I go to a special needs school with a class of only about 3 people. There is a playground/park near my school that the teachers often take us to for a break if we compete all the work we were meant to do. Today at school, the teachers took me, 16, and my friends who we'll call A, 13, and B, 14, to the park. We had some snacks and drinks, so after we went on the tire swing, we went to a climbing frame that there were almost never kids on, and even if there were, they didn't mind us being there, and we moved if we were in their way, and sat and talked while we ate them. A woman who was likely in her 60s walked over to us, and this conversation happened. Woman: excuse me, why are you sitting here and stopping kids from playing? B: apologizing a lot, will move. Woman: are you guys in school or college? A: we're in school. Woman: why aren't you at school? A: they take us here for breaks. We got up and went to sit on the benches near the park to finish our snacks. It takes a while for me to process things, and by that point I'd fully processed the whole situation. I have past trauma related to similar situations, so I was scared and upset. While A and B tried to comfort me, we decided to go and play on the swings for a bit. After that, we wanted to go on the tire swing again, but the woman was sitting on the bench next to it. The teachers went with us, and despite me being nervous, we played on the tire swing for a bit. I ended up very scared when the woman walked over to us again and started saying something about us not being supposed to be there. B walked over to the woman while A hugged me to try and help me stay calm. The teachers and B told the woman to leave us alone, but she said, "This park is for young people, you can't be here." One of my teachers told her that it didn't say anything about age at the park, and the woman gave up and left. "You're older than me, guess you have to leave." This: then why are you here? Get out. I forgot to add she was also constantly asking what school we go to, which I told her she didn't need to know. Tell her, stranger danger, and that you don't speak to adults you don't know. Then what are you doing here, you old poop? There is a small school near a park I take my toddler to often. The school is for older kids with autism, mostly nonverbal. And guess what? The staff take the kids there one at a time for breaks. And guess what? It hurts no one. My toddler is curious about the kid on the swing and watches for a moment and then goes back to the slides. My kid is 2.5 and I let them know what's up and they get it. When those kids come, we can take a break from the swing. I'm also autistic and I wouldn't be surprised if my toddler is too. Kid, keep going to the park and live your best life. She's old and needs a reality check. I am sure my mom stole my inheritance. 23F. Good morning, everyone. I, 23F, was supposed to receive $250,000 plus 10 years of interest in 2018. Backstory: my dad was an 18-year firefighter for LAFD. However, I did not receive anything but $94K in 2019 from Transamerica. My mom, 59, took $75,000 from that $94,000 because she wanted to keep it safe and left me with the rest. I paid for my Honda that was from someone else, which cost me around $18,000. I also paid for miscellaneous things: food, nails, hair, gas and car maintenance, and cheap clothing. Things that an 18-year-old would buy. My mom says I used all of my money. I do not recall using every single penny of that money in 6 months because I was still living with my mom at that point up until 2019 in the summer when I moved to Mission Viejo for school and had paid for 1 year's worth of rent because that was the best option for me at the time, so I can comfortably live and pay for school. I was getting a pension every month for $750 up until I turned 21, which was easy to survive off on while in college plus having a job. My father died in 2007. My 3 siblings received an amount of $250K the same year because they were all of age. Family and friends have discussed to me that my mom has stolen my money. $100,000 was sent out in 2008. I don't know why, because I was only 7 years old around the time, and I think it was about a few months after my dad died. Family and friends, everyone told me that my mom had stole my money. If my mom was a fiduciary, she had the responsibility to protect and not use that money whatsoever, or else she illegally broke her agreement to not use the money, unless proven she was destitute, which she wasn't. She got paid after my dad passed as well, and I have proof of that too. She was always with a new expensive car, traveling, properties here and there, none with my name on it. I have never seen my mom work a job unless it was her hair business, which she's barely making any money at as of now. She has properties in LA as well. My mom has claimed I have spent over $250K plus interest when I never received anything. My mom is extremely greedy. She's living her best life, thinking I don't know what's going on, but I have scheduled a consultation with a lawyer. I tried to get the truth out of her around July 2023, but she mentioned everything my dad did to her and claiming that money was designated to her, and she was the one who was being a saint and put me and my siblings on the trust account. But my dad and her were divorcing and were separated in 2006. My dad was the one who was working 24-hour shifts and making almost 5-10K a month. Divorce wasn't final until after he passed. My mom gave me fake statements that she handwritten before. She had called me out my name plenty of times. She has talked extremely negative about my father. She has not showed any emotion towards me losing my father. She hasn't said any nice things about him since he's passed, because she's stuck on him cheating almost 18 years ago and moving on after they separated. I tried to give her chance after chance to tell me the truth, but she has no real care about me struggling. She's been manipulating, narcissistic, gaslighting, and overall greedy. I couldn't believe what I also saw on my taxes as well. I was a minor in 2014 up until I turned 18. I never filed no taxes until 2023. I'm appalled, and I'm absolutely disgusted and sick to my stomach my own mother would do this to me. I was an innocent child who had lost my dad, my best friend. I am still grieving. I could have used that money for college. Instead, I'm dead broke and struggling to find a job in this terrible job market. I do need some advice if it is worth to pursue in court. Yes, I had a car and things, but that was bought with my money unknowingly, not hers. You can hire a forensic accountant. As your fiduciary, she has to turn over the records. You need to speak with a lawyer, and there needs to be a thorough review of the money and where it went. If your mom has embezzled the money, but has assets like properties, you could go after her and claim your inheritance. Eventually, she would have to sell or sign over her assets. The problem will be to obtain the evidence you need. Not really. It'll be on the mom to produce the records. What OP should be doing is going through their financials to figure out exactly how much they personally spent to counter the mother's argument. Lawyer and an accountant. You need to pursue this. Do you think she'd have anything left? Did she think you would possibly believe you could go throw that much money and not know it? Why did your 3 siblings get their money? Are they all older than you? You can see if a lawyer would take your case, but it would probably cost quite a bit. Your mom obviously stole that first $75,000 from you. How could she believe that she could convince you otherwise? You can try to get anything from her, but you should probably not have any contact with her other than that. Then maybe you should stop any further contact, maybe move away if you live nearby. My siblings are all older than me. They are in their 30s. They were of age at the time, but I wasn't. I was 6 years old. If you made it to the end of the video, thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share, and we will see you in the next video.